Right, now when I got the car, I noticed straight away that these parking sensors, although they don't look bad, they don't look OEM. So having fitted parking sensors, aftermarket ones before, they look exactly like the bog standard ones you get off eBay. But they have been painted. If you get up close, they've got the pearlescent finish on that you'd expect on the rest of the paintwork. So I thought, okay. So I asked him, so what about these parking sensors? Oh, they don't work. And I sort of said, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, they've never worked. And he didn't want to say any more about it than that. So I gathered that they were obviously not part of the OEM spec. I know that because I've downloaded the list of optional extras that came with the car from BMW, and parking sensors aren't on it. So I gathered they just fitted some aftermarket sensors when they painted the car so that they would match, and but he never got them fitted properly and would never work. So anyway, long story short, what I've done is bought a cheapo set. I don't want the any visual indication. I don't want it coming up in the iDrive. I just want the beeping so that I know how close I am before I back into something. So I've ordered £7 this was off eBay. I don't want the parking sensors because I discovered down in here, lost them now. These here are the plugs to all the parking sensors. See, A, B, B, C, C, D, D, and that's what you got. You've got A, B, C, D for parking sensors across the back. They look like they've been installed nicely. You know, they've got weatherproof sort of sheathing on them, and they've been labelled up, and they're ready for a box to be plugged in. So anyway, that's what I've done. I've bought a parking sensor kit. I'm going to hope the parking sensors that are actually in work. Wire this system in. There's my little audible beeper, and then with any luck I'll have some rear parking sensors so that I know where the back of the car is when I'm going to hit a bollard. Most of this I don't need the drill, don't need any of these parking sensors. That's just a sticky mitt for attaching it. The instructions are inside. What I do need to do is get a power feed from the reverse light. So up in here I need to get to the power that puts the reverse light on, and that's what I'll use to power it. There's a little grounding point there that I can use, and that's the plan. Anyway, let's get going. In case I've never shown you before, if you just release these clips here, this part of it just folds down, and this weird switch and these overhead LEDs, you can see the wiring to them, and I'm not really sure where they go off to, but that's not part of today. I just need to work out how to get into the rear light cluster. So there's a screw there. I'm looking straight upwards now, and I think there should have been one maybe there. Anyway, I'll undo that screw and just see if I can get into anything. Okay, just to show you, I've been messing about, and I've managed to pull this trim down, which gets me in and access to the light cluster on that side, and also the light cluster on this side, and also a little bit of evidence of old police lights for various things as well. So in case you want to do this, by the way, there is a couple of screws here and here, and then also a couple of screws, 2 or 3 across there, and then you just need to be brave, put your big boy pants on and pull it a little bit, and there's 1, 2 pop press trim clips there, and another one over there, and just pull it and it'll come free. I don't really need to remove the whole thing because I just need to be able to get my hands in, so that'll do for now. And I'm just trying to figure out which wires go to the reverse light. This car has a reverse light here and another one on there, and they both illuminate. Okay, I decided to pull the light unit out. There's just 3 bolts. You just undo them from the inside and the unit comes out. Just a bit of police evidence here. This is one of their LED flashing lights. It's a bit of a silicon job they've done there. Anyway, that's not part of the wiring. What we're interested in is this bulb here. That's the reverse bulb. So these 2 slightly chunkier white cables here are the ones going off that we need to get hold of, and we need to work out which one's ground. I would suggest it's the one joining up here with other ones. And then the positive, we just need to work out where we can grab hold of it for our reversing. Now, hoping that it's all 12 volts, it should be, because it's a bulb, not an LED. Let's get on with it. Okay, I've moved over to look at the right-hand light, because all the wiring from the boot goes down the right-hand side there, and we pick up on it just on the inside. So we can see that this is the reverse bulb. These are the two reverse cables that come off it. It joins into some sort of common here with something else. Over from here, which I must presume is the common negative ground cable. So the other one is this fat cable that goes into pin 2, I can confirm. So if we come onto the inside, you see there, pin 2 from the left, if we're counting 1, 2, 3, is that one there, which comes out as blue and black, and the other one is brown. The reverse light, if you want to tap into the reverse power, comes down from the boot in this little bundle here, and it's the black and blue striped cable like that I've just twisted onto just to test it. That will give you a positive 12 volt feed when your reverse light is activated. So if you're installing a reverse camera, and I might do that later, or what I'm doing, parking sensors, then off you go. Nice and easy. Don't get fooled like I was with the black and blue ones coming from here, because if I'd have just looked a little bit closer, the black and blue that I was looking at is actually coming from one of the lights here, which is not a reverse light. So now we've established which is the right power, and we got power to the unit on selecting reverse. Now I've connected the original parking sensors. Now we get to find out if those parking sensors work with this unit. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's working great. Okay, so on our way to victory now. Having discovered that this blue and black wire was the reverse light, I've crimped a spade connector just onto the end there, and I've popped another spade, just crimped the end of this big cable, and we're just going to tidy up now and then run this cable underneath the boot liner, and have it pop out just here and sort of up and around and into there. Right, so here's the unit with the ABC plugged in. Apologise for the noise, the guys have decided to start chopping up the road right in front of my house. And the power cable runs under here, all the way under here, across the back. And it's this orange wire that I've tied to there, runs up through there. I've got a bundle spare wire just tucked behind those connectors, and then it can be disconnected via that spade connector there if we want to take power for a reverse camera or something similar. And that's it. Put all the trim pieces back and hopefully it'll work. The noise from outside isn't going to stop, so let's just get this done. I'm inside the car now. I'm just going to test whether I can hear the buzzer inside the trim area where I've put it, or whether it's going to be too dampened and I can't hear it there. Let me just show you what's going on literally right outside my house. Literally, these guys just pulled up, put cones out right in front of my car and started chopping up the road right there. Anyway, start the engine. I've put something behind the sensors so that it's going to make a noise for us. Let's pop it into reverse now. I can definitely hear it, it's fine. Pop it into neutral, stops. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, so for a grand total of about £7 and a bit of our own time, we've got working parking sensors, which is great. So it's well on the way to being the kind of car I'd expect it to be.